Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ebony. As you already know, well, if you've been here before, if not, please do like, share, and subscribe. Um, I just have a quick word, and this word is on the prodigals returning home. I know you've heard and watched probably dozens upon dozens of videos on here speaking of when the prodigal returns, the prodigal is returning. But what about when the prodigal does return? You have to prepare yourself for that. When your prodigal returns, whether it be your spouse, whether it be your sibling, whether it be your child, whoever the prodigal may be in your life, when this person returns to you, they still need work. They may have come to the realization that they need to be home, and God has called them back home for whatever reasons, or taught them whatever lesson that they needed to learn for them to be led back home. However, that doesn't mean the work is complete in them, nor may the work be complete in you. For instance, you can't treat them as they're the same person they were when they left, because 9 times out of 10 they're not. You have to be open to change, non-judgmental. When God allows you to see certain behaviors, certain patterns, certain things that you aren't in agreement with, or certain parts of that prodigal lifestyle that they still may be wrestling with in one way or another, the Lord is showing you those things so that you know what to pray for, so that you can more effectively pray for them and let God continue to do the rest. You can't be God in their lives. You can't demand that they stop doing one thing or another. Even though it's easy to, be judgmental, get on a person and say, hey, look, you don't need to be doing this. You need to get it together. That's not your place. It's on you to pray for them. Prayer is the most powerful thing that you can do to help them, to change their lives, to better their lives, to help them come to the realization of self. But God plays a huge hand in that. So when God allows you to see these things, when he gives you the discernment to realize and discern these things, realize that it's not for you to get upset. It's not for you to get weary. It's not for you to get stressed out or overwhelmed. It's for you to know exactly what to pray for that prodigal. This is a season where many prodigals are returning. I'm not going to say all, but many, most definitely. And you have to prepare yourself for this, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally as well. Once again, know that they're not going to come back perfect. I know you're going to be happy that they return, but don't put an expectancy on them, for it'll only stress you and them both. And it might even push them back out to where they just come from. So don't place any expectancy on them. Stay strong in prayer. Stay consistent in prayer. Talk to them. Be supportive towards them. And ask God what you should do to help them, what you can do to help them. Ask God what you should pray for them, and he shall reveal it to you. Don't just jump the gun and just assume that you know, because you really don't. But never give up on your prodigal. Now, I know I just said, it can be your spouse, your sibling, your child, but now I want to talk specifically about your prodigal spouse. When it comes to your prodigal spouse, the same things that I just spoke on do apply, but don't give up on them. If you know that God has put on your heart that this is your God-ordained spouse, no matter what you may see with the physical eye, no matter how their behavior, their responses, their actions may appear to be opposing the things that God has told you and showed you about them, once again, pray for those things, but never give up on your spouse. Always go to God for answers. Always go to him for discernment. Also pray to him for his wisdom and his understanding rather than relying on your own. For instance, something may look one way in the natural, but be the exact opposite in the spirit. So you always want to go to God for his discernment and for answers and guidance through him. Because you don't want to make a rash decision and just say, oh, well, Lord, I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving this person. And, you may very well have, realistic and logical reasons why you feel that way. But yet and still, God may be using that very thing to open their eyes, to turn them around. The very thing that you may see naturally and want to flee, God may be using that very thing to draw them closer to you. So continue just to pray, continue to keep hope alive, continue to stand in faith, and don't give up on your prodigal. I hope this word encourages someone and helps someone. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you soon.